Imagine being born into a world where you are destined to rule an entire nation. The population viewing you and your family as gods incarnate and completely infallible. This was the reality for the current leader of North Korea, Kim Jong Un. A man who is said to be able to drive at age 3, writes music that is celebrated worldwide, and has an unusual addiction to Swiss cheese. Join us as we take a look at the larger-than-life dictator who rules North Korea with an iron fist. The year of Kim Jong Un's birth itself is shrouded in mystery. Official North Korean documents state he was born in 1982, yet various foreign governments and agencies suggest it might have been as late as 1984. This enigma is merely a hint of the many ambiguities that surround his life. As a young boy, Kim Jong Un was sent off to school in Switzerland. Away from the prying eyes of the world, he lived under a pseudonym, Pak Un. For over 5 years he was just another student, blending into the crowd. His classmates remember him as a shy boy who loved basketball and computer games but had little to say about his homeland. But behind this seemingly ordinary exterior, a monumental task was underway. Kim Jong Un was being groomed for leadership, a process that began at a tender age. It was a rigorous training, one that involved learning the nuances of political maneuvering, understanding the North Korean military, and mastering the art of diplomacy. He was being prepared to inherit not just a country, but an entire ideology, a way of life that his grandfather, Kim Il-sung, had set in motion years prior. These formative years would shape Kim Jong-un into the leader he is today. In the world of North Korean politics, Kim Jong-un was a dark horse. He was the youngest of 3 brothers, yet was chosen to be the heir apparent. His older brothers, Kim Jong-chol and Kim Jong-nam, were set aside, their fates sealed by their father's favoritism. Kim Jong-chol was considered too soft for the harsh realities of leadership, while Kim Jong-nam had fallen out of favor due to a botched attempt to enter Japan using a false passport. The stage was set for Kim Jong-un, the third son, to rise. His father, Kim Jong-il, began to prepare him for leadership in 2009, promoting him rapidly through the ranks of the Workers' Party and the military. He was catapulted from obscurity to prominence, his name echoing in the halls of power. In 2010, he was made a 4-star general, despite having little military experience. It was a shocking move that signaled his father's intent. Later that year, he was given high-ranking positions in the Workers' Party, placing him firmly on the path to power. Then, in December of 2011, Kim Jong-il died, and the world held its breath. Kim Jong-un, approaching the age of 30, was declared the supreme leader, inheriting his father's titles and responsibilities. The state media hailed him as the great successor, a beacon of hope for the future. Suddenly, the young man once concealed from public view was thrust into the global spotlight, ready or not. His ascension marked a new era in North Korean history, one that continues to unfold before our eyes. Stepping into his father's shoes, Kim Jong-un adopted the same iron-fisted rule but with a unique flair of his own. The young leader proved to be a force to be reckoned with. His leadership style, a blend of ruthless authority and strategic diplomacy, set the tone for his reign. Kim Jong-un's nuclear ambitions have been a significant aspect of his rule, with North Korea conducting numerous nuclear tests and missile launches under his watch. Despite global condemnation and the looming threat of sanctions, he has remained steadfast in his pursuit of nuclear prowess, positioning it as a necessary deterrent in a hostile world. But nuclear ambitions alone do not a supreme leader make. Kim Jong-un has shown a shrewd understanding of power dynamics, both within the borders of his nation and beyond. To consolidate power internally, he has reportedly resorted to purges, ensuring that any potential threats to his rule are swiftly dealt with. His half-brother, Kim Jong-nam, was assassinated in 2017, with many believing it was done at the behest of the North Korean premier. Externally, he is engaged in high-profile meetings with world leaders, a significant departure from his father's reclusive tendencies. Notably, he participated in a historic summit with the US president, an event that catapulted North Korea into the global spotlight. These diplomatic endeavors have served a dual purpose. They have allowed Kim Jong-un to project an image of a reasonable and capable leader, even as he continues to defy international norms. Yet, for all his strategic maneuvering, Kim Jong-un's rule is not without its quirks. Reports of bizarre laws, extravagant personal tastes, and a near-mythical status among his people paint a picture of a leader who is as enigmatic as he is powerful. From confiscating all pet dogs in Pyongyang to creating the all-girl music group, the Moranbong Band, Kim Jong Un is never too far from a larger-than-life story. Under Kim Jong Un's rule, North Korea has continued to be a nation of paradoxes, isolated, yet impossible to ignore. Whether viewed as a rogue state or a misunderstood underdog, one thing is clear. Under the Supreme Leader's watch, North Korea remains a compelling enigma on the world stage. The cult of personality surrounding Kim Jong Un is as fascinating as it is mysterious. The North Korean state-controlled media meticulously curates his image, portraying him as an infallible, omnipotent figure. Every aspect of his life, from his childhood to his leadership style, is used to reinforce this narrative. Take, for example, the stories of his early years. According to the state media, Kim Jong Un was driving at the age of 3 and winning yacht races by 9. These tales, as outlandish as they may seem, serve a purpose. They paint him as a prodigy, a leader born with exceptional abilities. The image maintained by the state goes beyond his personal feats. He's often depicted in the media as a man of the people, showing concern for their welfare. He's seen visiting factories, schools and farms, always with a warm smile, reinforcing the perception of a benevolent leader. But maintaining this image requires extreme measures. There's a strict control on information flow in and out of the country. Internet access is severely restricted and foreign media is banned. The narrative around Kim Jong Un is tightly controlled, with dissenting voices swiftly silenced. Then there are the bizarre rumors that circulate about him, stories about his ability to control the weather or claims that he doesn't need to use the bathroom. These rumors, while absurd to the outside world, helps to perpetuate a mythology that keeps the populace in awe of their leader, fostering an environment of unquestioning loyalty and obedience. In the midst of these speculations, Kim Jong Un remains an enigmatic figure. His leadership style, often unpredictable and veiled in secrecy, keeps the world on edge. His decisions, whether they be about nuclear programs, international relations, or domestic policies, carry far-reaching implications, not just for North Korea, but for the geopolitical landscape as a whole. As the leader of one of the world's most isolated nations, he is at the helm of a country that is paradoxically stuck in time and yet in some ways racing against it. Amidst global advancements and shifts in power dynamics, Kim Jong-un's North Korea continues to be a land of stark contrasts and contradictions. His reign as supreme leader of North Korea, like that of his forefathers, will not be easily forgotten. As the world watches, the legacy of the Kim dynasty continues, etching its mark on history. Thanks for joining us at Famous Figures. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you all next time.